Clippers set sights on Giannis Antetokounmpo in 2027. NBA free agency speculation. The Los Angeles Clippers are gearing up for a significant offseason, with predictions suggesting they will target superstar Giannis Antetokounmpo in 2027. This offseason has already seen the Clippers making strategic moves to enhance their roster, and they are not done yet. As of July 24th, 2025, the Clippers have been proactive in their efforts to become serious contenders in the NBA. They have made notable trades, including acquiring John Collins, and have signed key players such as Brook Lopez, Bradley Beal, and Chris Paul. These additions aim to address various needs within the team, especially after finishing the 2024-25 season with an impressive 50 wins. Despite these acquisitions, the Clippers' championship window is clearly defined, indicating that they may be very active again in the offseason of 2027. In a recent episode of Bill Simmons' podcast, NBA insider Zach Lowe speculated that the Clippers are likely to pursue Giannis Antetokounmpo, the star player of the Milwaukee Bucks, when he becomes a free agent after the 2026-27 season. It's important to note that Giannis's future is still uncertain, as many factors could influence his decision before he hits the free agency market. However, the Clippers are strategically positioning themselves to potentially transform their franchise during that offseason. With Bradley Beal signing a 2-year contract, the Clippers will see several key players, including Beal, Kawhi Leonard, and James Harden, enter free agency in 2027. Currently, Ivica Zubac is the only player on the roster with a contract that extends beyond that offseason. Additionally, Yannick Conan Niederhauser has team options for the 2028-29 and 2029-30 seasons, while Cam Christie has a similar option for 2028-29. This situation will provide the Clippers with substantial salary cap space, allowing them to explore a free agent class that is anticipated to be rich in talent. This could enable them to build a new core capable of competing at the highest level. What do you think about the Clippers' strategy? Are they making the right moves to attract a player like Giannis? Or do you believe they should focus on developing their current roster instead? Share your thoughts in the comments. Warriors' secret plan for Giannis Antetokounmpo trade revealed. The Golden State Warriors are secretly preparing for a potential Giannis Antetokounmpo trade, and here's how they're doing it. Despite no movement on the Jonathan Kuminga front, the Warriors may benefit from re-signing him to a shorter deal. And it all has to do with Giannis Antetokounmpo. Tim Kawakami of the San Francisco Standard reported that Golden State wants to hold on to their assets, including Kuminga, in case the Milwaukee Bucks superstar becomes available. However, Kuminga's untapped potential could make the Bucks hesitant to accept a trade package centered around him. Other teams might outbid the Warriors with better talent and draft assets. But by re-signing Kuminga to a more affordable deal, around $20 million instead of his desired $30 million, Golden State would have a tradable salary at their disposal. If Kuminga re-signs with the Warriors, he could be traded before the February deadline. Depending on how the Bucks perform in the first half of the season, Giannis might request a mid-season trade or wait until next summer. Kuminga's belief in his ability to become a multi-time All-Star could be hindered by his limited role in San Francisco, but there's a chance he could play a more consistent role. Planning for Giannis's potential departure from Milwaukee is a wise move, and he may want to join forces with Steph Curry in the West. However, the Bucks would be unwise not to pursue the best offer, which the Warriors might not be able to match. But stranger things have happened, and Golden State fans' impatience with the Kuminga situation could pay off in the long run. It's always fun to dream, isn't it? Warriors' quiet offseason. Kuminga's future and Giannis trade rumors explained. The Golden State Warriors have been unusually quiet this offseason, having made no official signings, re-signings, trades, or roster changes. This has left fans and league observers puzzled. The only notable activities have been the drafting of Alex Chewy and Will Richard in the second round, both of whom are not guaranteed roster spots. Despite this calm exterior, the Warriors are actually close to finalizing their roster, with the status of Jonathan Kuminga being the key variable. Kuminga's restricted free agency and his desire for a more significant role have complicated negotiations. The Warriors are waiting to resolve Kuminga's situation before moving forward with potential signings like Al Horford and DeAnthony Melton. In the meantime, they have targeted Horford for the taxpayer mid-level exception and are interested in Melton at a veteran's minimum. There's a belief that Kuminga will eventually agree to a 2 to 3 year deal to stay with the Warriors, setting up a potential trade later. This would likely lead to a 12-man roster, with placeholders for two-way players. The Warriors are also considering bringing back Gary Payton II or signing Seth Curry for an additional spot. While this roster largely retains last season's core, it may not be enough to compete with Western Conference powerhouses. The Warriors' best chance for improvement was a trade involving Kuminga, which hasn't materialized. However, the team remains hopeful that Kuminga's performance this season could increase his trade value. Additionally, the Warriors are keeping an eye on the potential market for Giannis Antetokounmpo, positioning themselves to be a viable trade partner if the opportunity arises. Bringing Kuminga back on a multi-year deal could be part of his strategy. Although the likelihood of Giannis leaving the Milwaukee Bucks is uncertain, the Warriors want to be prepared if the situation changes. This involves maintaining their assets and being ready to meet any trade demands from the Bucks. While the Warriors are not the only team considering a move for Giannis, they are one of the few with the potential to offer a compelling package. Thus, their current roster maneuvers are part of a broader plan to remain competitive and flexible in an ever-changing NBA landscape.